before I ever bought the Real 1/16 of the Champions League, I was able to playoff answer. It has never happened before. And Emma situations in our games in the woman, and looking a little bit interesting. Number 2, Emma Renfi stage in our Bruno, and let's say about Champions League never. Rich, we are talking about 2 legs. Never quite the young film. And in 2 legs games, there is a way to play it. Omo away first. And in the kind of results on somebody be Omo home first. And in the kind of results on somebody fear ansana omo to coin aqua away. These are very, very important detailed analysis that I was a winner. And some of what we are appreciating games now, yeah, Baba Boni, and over on those tangents, as you go along with the discussion on the Champions League, Now, Enra, and I'm able to just say, this is going to be the Champions League ball. So the end of the season, you be crowning the champion of the Champions League, El Munich. Now, say all this album we compare since 2001 Adidas balls or my year for the Champions League. It gives you an appreciation. Baby Adidas any UEFA Champions League a partnership a free any baby Ababedru. And tiene Alpocopim the finals of the Champions League. This is going to be your match day balls. My first prediction for Ene, and they say, Rich, I look at all the games, especially the Isaiah first legs, Now me catch him and say, there will be goals today. They will show goals. Teams na away, teams are. They don't care whether they are playing away or home. They play attacking football. And so omo away any moment open up there and around home. We have results and some of the away there. You need to attack and score. And for instance, club is a PSV. Or away to win there. But Peter Boss in the man, they always want to play attacking football. They don't know what is called Catanaccio, and I say, Dabi. Oko Dortmund, whether you are a new coach in the Coco match, you can't say you want to go and play defensive football or sporting. No, Dortmund is known to open up. Real Madrid same, Paris Saint-Germain same, and Luis Enrique. And all the clubs now, Omoko away, they don't know how to play defensive games. And him say, Rich, this is the first leg that they must take a certain advantage. Now, Omodi Akwa away. In the games, I'm expecting chaos. Wait to free now, you have to free. Wait to free now, you have to free. Because the urban cranes, say over Bunekuno. And I'm expecting over 1.5 in all the 4 games now. You're in the Champions League, And that is the first analysis. Now let's start from the early kickoff. Now, Leagur, ama game I am so interesting, Rich. The front page of Leagur, South French match on. I'm say, who would have believed it? Oman so da. Say we will get to a knockout phase of the Champions League this year, and they will get a French game. Not a Brestois against team I find the Paris Saint-Germain. Into the front page of the clip say, who would have believed it? Oman so da. Say Brestois been through this stage, and they will be playing team your friend the Paris Saint-Germain. Now, Rich, the Amasa game we want some kind. I am straightforward and say, a French game. They know themselves. Number 2, Amubo side game way in a French league. and chair. Some restaurant host Paris Saint-Germain in the French League and need 2 weeks. Paris Saint-Germain share restaurant for 5-2 away. It was game. There were a lot of goals and there were a lot of attacking. Na and we say answer no mobile game no rich me a Champions League draw na wie. So they knew they were going to meet in the Champions League. So I thought okay, this was going to be a dress rehearsal and they play with a lot of caution. Say oh, my interest the way my opponent because NC they make sure the Champions League. Rich and Kosa they played their game as if say even a date on the Champions League night. Rich, say Osha Brestois any fairy tale story in the Champions League. The behind a Taika air football must say every fairy tale story behind where we I think so they've done well. They've positioned the clubs in the minds of a lot of people. I don't want to say that name Brestois in the Champions League. But Susu said this is going to be a grand last stop.
Okay.
Paris Saint-Germain eliminate you and it starts from an area and I say an area around 5:45. This is going to be Paris Saint-Germain team. Very, very similar to the already question 5-2 no. Rich. Since you just got a scary call, no bobo. And the man who said what they are added to Paris Saint-Germain team and they say already know our Bakola Dembele ever anymore. So even a duo quite about bar. They are so young and only a Pessy. And that is his game. He wants quick transitions. There's a lot of movement ever anymore. And no nobody breast up for them to show 5 no. Rich, I think say today, even if it's a away game there, but the game over 1.5, the least you can go a double chance for PSG. But the game over 1.5 there, I so strongly believe that ABC error. Now to the big one. And you know what say 2 teams in whether players or coaches, every sad game we say a classic in the Champions League. Even for Carlo Ancelotti, or say a classico. So you want to say a classic game in the Champions League. Game a tie ball. Now exciting to watch. Now, Rich, I don't want to be controversial, but this flyer from UEFA, Kylian Mbappe, has he taken the position of Vinicius?
Vinicius Junior. Moya Made Graphica. Moy chairman free on Amadim Mbappe.
And you see, say, you can watch Ubet Marco UEFA for or more X account for them. Which they didn't just post the picture. They say 2 players, no. Why they make determined game with money uncle. So they are creating the impression, say, if you are looking for poster boys, Man City the other Alan, Real Madrid the other Kylian Mbappe. Legitimate. In the context of the Champions League, Kylian Mbappe will go sparking Vinicius. The numbers now. And the area they are doing a numbers game. But Rich, uchu time. And Sarkozy will say, I am Real Madrid fans they bet me answer a year. Say with this graphic, how many years for you? Say when you come to because Real Madrid is a Champions League team, that is where they are known for. And see, say if the platform of the Champions League is choosing Kylian Mbappe as the face of this Titanic clasher, Rich, it's from. But the impression is being created. Say, look, Real Madrid team news is here. It is Kylian Mbappe who is really the lights. Real Madrid Edinam Esumnum at the Echo. Look, game way interesting for a lot of reasons. Mama from Kakrebi. Center 2 clubs no. Ebo Obubre year. And by this time, enko Omar arrest said the Liverpool ne Barcelona money other clubs na arrested no they will not be playing the playoff enti obi a follow Champions League bia enim say we are talking about two teams that omo history no ho but this current Champions League that Rich they've not been themselves both Real Madrid and Man City and unti and omo playoff league, you know, that is number one. Number two, Rich, this time I ever can once me Gini say epra y'all could decide it, you know, and know really the strength of the two teams. Because some Real Madrid team this year,
I'm back for crowd in your crowd.
They don't even have it. Real Madrid need center half ubia, center ubia e fit and Probable. Oni ba kokra. Na enwe ni memo na so na fifi kano. Me who say Dario Sports aposti say Lucas Vasquez epra. Nti ono so entimi mbo ba bakam so odwane. He is just running away from the game. Rich, it is clear Vasquez is running away from the game. Sana me suspect because he has been Madrid's weakest link ever much now. And say okay say me come against whether Sevilla or Grealish or Doku mami nyame na omuntimi enya omutim Man City team ni nye Man City team no nye team and I heard Ruby Bia saying say since about Man City no this is the worst season and they know they are in a very very difficult situation. Offense bako kra. Now Rich, Madrid is in town and in all honesty, Rich, the swag are Madrid the Champions League no and what damn. The moment you see any picture of Real Madrid in the context of the Champions League, Rich, among different vibes cry. Different vibes cry and edema. Now, all we on Facebook no. Rich, and this video SFC posted by Real Madrid themselves. And the interpretation and they said the way Real Madrid respected the Manchester City crest, you know. Now play a few dressing room on making sure say on for the 980 crest, you know. It's a lot of respect our Real Madrid for other clubs or the Omo Ebo. And when they train war and Serena Gabi Eka and the stories, he say, looking at the faces of the Real Madrid players, they are ready. They know say Omo team no, a lot of problems, but Rich, they are ready. Now Rich, let's switch into the tactical analysis of the game. Now you have a prediction, and brother, we do the last two games in a very very short time. Now you team maybe a few come. Rich, with all the injury situations in the game, you know, you have to say Nico Gonzalez or Binance or whatever. Doku in the pictures of Manchester City aposty is training, but whether he's 100% fit or not, yeah, so that in him. So this is Man City tonight. Edison, I doubt, but almost you or your okay, say over to me other. So Edison, Nunes, Guardiola, Diaz Akanji, Kovacic, Bernardo Silva, for Foden, Savinho, Kevin De Bruyne, Erling Haaland, 4-2-3-1. You put it for Tima, your friend, Manchester City, 4-2-3-1. Now, Rich, and material from one very very trusted Spanish journalist say, and go for me say Lucas Vasquez anywhere. Now there is no centre back for team for Real Madrid. Abante for Federico Valverde should play as a right back. Now Carlo Ancelotti will have to decide whether in Fifi or no, or they come have that member in Fifi. Now between Dani Ceballos and Luka Modric, what the key decision? That is not what is happening at Real Madrid training grounds. And from the sources, and they say Carlo Ancelotti, I say Probable, Fran Garcia on the left, and play fellow Mendy on the right, even though he's a left-footed, no, Obebo no mum on right hand side, because this is a game. He will need Federico Valverde in the middle of the park. So this is Real Madrid's probable 11. Ferland Mendy right back, Fran Garcia left back, Asensio Tchouameni, Valverde, Ceballos ahead of Luka Modric, Aventi Efeno, Jude Bellingham, then the front three of Vinicius, Rodrigo, Mbappe, 4-3-3 straight. Typical Carlo Ancelotti, 4-3-3. Now, Rich, some lineups here they are today. You say Real Madrid red flag, the Asensio and Tchouameni heart of defense now. And they are not coming up against any ordinary striker. Obi Erling Haaland better get in the BSO. May come in chef across the bra. He will win the duel. And yet Adam Militao. And yet Rudiger. Any of them. Erling Haaland will fancy the chance. So on your one-on-one, say, you're the crossover. Mijina Tchouameni chai and I say Mijia says which are. Make I the ball say. Now Rich. Adia Bako Real Madrid will depend on in situation of more with Tomo back for no. Thibaut Courtois. And make us the same way because we've watched Real Madrid games are Rich. It's been playing one-sided, but Thibaut Courtois will save the day for them. For me, he is the best goalkeeper in the world this year. And Real Madrid will need their number one goalkeeper everywhere because of the problems now. Now, Rich, you move into midfield. Say Real Madrid Federico Valverde. Obo Dani Ceballos. Na or the Jude Bellingham come one. I think say we are going to see the usual the Man City and the Real Madrid games are yehuno. Kovacic, Bernardo Silva, Abantia Efeno, Kevin De Bruyne, Phil Foden joining City to have 4 players against Real Madrid 3. Pep Guardiola always want to dominate possession, always want to dominate with numbers. So we will see Phil Foden joining Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, and Matthew Kovacic. So the City will have numbers to play the game out of there. Now, Rich, they are to Real Madrid defensively, no, on paper, and to City. So what personnel now? Because City will go at all, or Diaz, or Akanji. But the problem is with Nunes. The right back now, Bonnet.
Or you're too weak. Imagine say Vinicius Junior. Bobo Biamano now, Ozi Nunes. And Kotaki Abrantewi.
Will you? I don't know.
The weakest link.
The team, no. But Rich, meaning the situation with John Stones. Sanka John Stones, your feta. Will you push Akanji to right back and play John Stones?
Come in, me pen.
Which Abanti FN will be here.
Me pen.
I don't know will have what
Go Nunes and the two nobody.
And see, I am expecting and no Pep Kai say on the game plan. But there are 1 or 2 decisions here. I also taken because of the injury situation on the camp. No, so be very clear, and then over deploy the players, no, to go and do the job, no. I think that Thibaut Courtois, a big decider. I was out highway.
Arsenal for some no nyadwin.
Say
the best goalkeeper, no. Raya.
Oh, okay. Mimi opinion, so they also
the
have
best
the
goalkeeper. See idea.
Mimi opinion. Until they have the right to also share their opinion. But I think say goalkeeping part here. Me you mo be as obetimi no ho atoto Abanti Efene Thibaut Courtois. Rich, why will I worry myself in a game a lot of uncertainty say to predict who is going to win? But I look at Real Madrid front 4, Midi Jude Bellingham Beckham. Then look at the situation at Real Madrid defense in the room. Now share Man City as also a front 4, Midi Kevin De Bruyne Kahua. Rich, I can sense goals in game way. And goals, you know, game be say as tight as you know, and decided by the small details that all parking so. And see, I will go for goals in this game and forget about why ɛna ɛbɛhyɛ ne yɔnko now deɛ aka no deɛ quickly mɛwie sisi Juventus bɔ no ɔmo ne PSV bɔ no rich many fifi adwene how Juventus even lost to Benfica ɛwɔ the Allianz Stadium ɛwɔ sɛ ɛka bibi kyerɛ sɛ Juventus nye team a wobɛtumi de w'ani ato ɔmo so sɛ wopɛ sɛ ɔmo ɛhyɛ ɛyɛ no korɛ Randel Kolomuani baayɛ no he seems to be getting the goals in funny situations. He seems to be at the right place at the right time anytime we are Juventus airball. But Rich, meaning Peter Boss in the man, they are not afraid to attack you. But on a point, Michel Dolospor, almost probable 11 for the two teams, And I'm saying, why would Dolospor say, Marcus Thuram Munyana or Bojuveno? He has been very good for Juventus. But at the bench, for Douglas Luiz to play in this game, Rich, what that means, and they say, the Juventus coach, Thiago Motta, is expecting the gamer. He doesn't really need to defend in midfield because a team, attack, and that is how I see that game will going. Look, Juventus don't have two very good defenders omo Kalulu Mo into Chelsea Loni Vega and Abebo.
Okay.
Then there's no place for Abante and Salvano. Almost a 30% chance in Tenebe Kelly, a small boy be introduced at the left back of Team FN Juventus. Say Sadia, then I can see Abante FN Bakayoko having a very good time on the game or the left hand side of Juventus front. And the young will always want to penetrate because Gatti and Viega answer that more between himself and team and friend Juventus with of course Ivan Perisic there. Obiani with well traveled El Honum. Rich. Juventus omo fear. Minimum say ombetima ye bibi. But minimum so ombetima at any time. El game. I will go for another over 1.5 game. Was our game with him. Sporting Club de Portugal ne Dortmund game. The only thing I can see and say, and your master was Sporting Club de Portugal. And your master Sama, even their new coach, you actually your formation.
Okay.
They have now moved from a 3-back to a typical 4-4-2. And say, "Ope, team IFNO, Sporting Club de Portugal, which is say no more 4-4-2, which Trancao. And the Victor Gokaresh, anymore saying that to say Omobo against this Dortmund team, Omo Adeyemi Gatens any Gurasi, anymore. And I show you this picture, which Obejedi said in all the Champions League games I have this season, Dortmund Abobino, Gurasi in all the games, either Washe and also Wama assist in all of them.
Okay.
And see now Busafi if you say, wo any time goal scorer in any of the games, in the Sporting Club, the Portugal game against Dortmund, I will go for Abantia. Your friend is saying, go around, say, Rich, let's not worry ourselves and go another over 1.5 in the Sporting Club, the Portugal game against Tima, your friend, Dortmund. These are my picks and then my analysis into all the Champions League 4 games. Now, all of them I see on over 1.5. I think say PSG a slight favorite. The Real Madrid Man City game, I don't see any favorite because of the way situation that game, Me Juventus here, even though Omo elbow here, team and the PSV stubborn, they love to attack. And the last game, I see strictly say Omo produce goals. The other team will take it na otimi acronym. So with all the Amakano. Let me put it in a Betway code for Omo Shayeno plus some other games be na Omo Entimi and say Ometimi Eddie and Yesikabi Eddie everywhere. Entimi say Shaya and I say Utia the Betway code me anyway na Efa Echa bet and enumerate. First one no 16A3 C986 Into 16A3C986. And a second one, no, and so say 16A3 F855. 16A3 F855 16A3 C986. Very, very interesting bets and the other games. So, yeah, I decided to be a bit boosty also. No, it's me at the Diamond Rich.